Hey everybody, here's a bonus for you. Today's interview for our Life Spark, you've got Chad and Chad. That's right, meet my friend Chad Wade as he shares one of his favorite rules that he's learned, which is begin with the end in mind. Hear how he puts his spin on it. So here we are today with a friend of mine, Chad Wade. Now, Chad Wade is the co-owner of Cornerstone Mortgage, and he is the leader of the Atlanta Home Loan Team. Obviously, you can figure out what part of the country he's in because of that. Been doing the lending business for now 15 plus years. You have definitely seen some changes in the market that are going on there. Father of three, husband, just fantastic all-around guy. I've actually enjoyed all the times that we've had. And it's amazing. The thing I love, Chad, is that we're going to talk today, or have you talk to us today, not about anything financial. We're not talking loans. We're talking thinking big. And Chad, you have this really amazing goal that I would love for you to share with everybody, and then talk a little bit about how you got there and how that impacts you day in and day out.
Yeah, so this specific goal is I want to be 100 years old one day. So I want to live to 100. And yet I don't just want to live to 100. I want to be able to mow my front yard with a push mower. And I actually want to have my shirt off. I want to be able to use the push mower because I want to have the strength, the stamina to actually get through the yard at 100 years old. And I want my shirt off because I want to be in good enough shape to where I'm confident enough to actually have my shirt off as a 100-year-old using a push mower.
That'll be a really interesting Facebook Live video the day you get there, or whatever has replaced Facebook by that time. So, Chad, that's a far way away for you, and that's a really big goal. How did you come up with it? What lesson can we teach everybody here about it? And then how does it impact your everyday life?
Yeah, there's a lot going on there, but clarity is power. I've always known I wanted to live to be 100 years old, but I don't want to be 100 and in a corner on a ton of medication and not enjoy my life. And so as I thought through what does it mean to be 100, I started thinking through more kind of my lifestyle and what do I really want? Is it just to be 100, or is it to be active and thriving? And so that's kind of where that is. This all correlates to Stephen Covey, habit number 2, begin with the end in mind. And when I think, where do I want to end up from a health and kind of physical place? That's where it is. It's 100 years old and it is just vivacious, thriving, doing great. And so that's kind of how I got there.
So you came up with this big goal, and anybody can come up with a big goal like that. And then how does it impact your day-to-day living?
Yeah, it makes it real easy. I work out 3 times a week. I eat relatively well. I think everybody kind of goes through peaks and valleys where they have times that they're doing better or not. And yet I know where I'm going. And so anytime I get off track for more than maybe a meal or so, I just think back to, hey, where's this taking me? Is it taking me towards where I want to go, or is it taking me away from where I want to go? It's like having a map in your pocket, and you can always look at that map and figure out, hey, am I heading in the right direction, or am I going in the wrong direction? GPS.
There you go. Okay, so give everybody here simple exercise maybe that they could do today that's going to help them in one of the 4 areas of life. You've chose health in this situation. What's something that they can do to move forward in their life?
Yeah, I think it's never a bad idea to pause for maybe 3 to 5 minutes and just figure out, where am I going? And it can be, where do I want to go in 3 to 5 years from now? Where do I want to be in 10 years from now? Or where do I want to be at the end of my life? And write that down, and then make sure that your actions align with where you want to go. Stephen Covey had a great quote. He said that you can climb the ladder as fast as you want, but if it's leaning against the wrong wall, it doesn't matter. And so you want to make sure that your ladder is propped in the right direction. And so that would be my tip.
There you go, folks. Figure out which wall your ladder needs to be on, and then it's easy to figure out what each rung of that ladder is. Chad, thanks for sharing with everybody today. Not only do you have a really cool name, you got a really cool idea to share with everybody there. Thanks. Have a great one.
Thank you.